All right, so we're going to obviously discuss the impending future of Golden State making the finals and then what it means for either the franchise, the team, or even individual players if they were to win yet another ring in this last 6 year stint or 5 year stint.
It'd be number
Also, I'll
four, right?
lead.
Number four, is that right?
It'd
Ring
be
four?
four with this dynasty, but the sixth finals appearance, right, in terms of the core group. So, they're getting into, ironically, that LeBron territory where they had, a big run. I think this links with a Steph video that we did a little while ago that right now Steph clearly is their best player. They're a well-rounded team, but Steph is clearly the front-running finals MVP if there were to be, a Golden State matchup in the finals. And one of the things that's more impressive, one of the things that's been held against him is that he's been accused of front running, right? So it's really easy for him to put up some ridiculous threes when they're up by 10, 15, and he gets his stats that way. But when it actually comes really competitive and close, he is more likely to miss those, or if the defensive focuses on him, he can start to go a little bit cold. And this season, especially, maybe it's just the experience, maybe it's the age, maybe it's a combination of the both. But he's starting to hit those shots. And today was a really great example in game three where he's just hitting shot after shot throughout the game that are kind of ridiculous and, indicative of his prowess as a shooter, the greatest shooter of all time. Obviously it is really encouraging for the team because they've got kind of two tiers of this. They have their championship core of Draymond, Clay, and Steph, and they're still able to go probably for another 2-3 years, but they've got the young guys, so Poole's obviously come out of nowhere. Kaminga, will continue to get better. Can Moody slot into the lineup? Wiseman just is sitting there, in this weird injury limbo that they either flip for an asset or they bring him into the core. They're really, that's their flexibility on that front. And I'm not sure what their cap space is, but people want to sign with Golden State irrelevant. You know what I mean? Like if they have a need of we need a 3-and-D guy, someone's going to take that $5 million contract, $2 million contract just to join the roster. And, you do wonder about the future implications of how much longer can they go. And if this is number 4, hypothetically, then what's to say that number 5 and 6 can't come soon after? Because you look at the state of the league, Phoenix obviously was a flash in the pan, and they're not going to be the juggernaut for the next 2-3 years. Kawhi comes back for the Clippers, but I've just never liked the Clippers as much as everyone else seems to like them. I don't see the Lakers coming back with their current roster as being that competitive. Jokic will get Murray and Porter back, but again, I don't think that changes them into a team. Utah's going to self-implode. Memphis and Minnesota are up and coming young teams, but I don't think they're going to trump them. And if I've forgotten someone, forgive me, but I think Golden State has a stranglehold on the West for a while. And so you go to the East, depending on who comes out. Boston and Miami have actually been in the Eastern Conference for a little bit. I don't trust Brooklyn, right? I don't think that works out. I think that's just some weird dynamic, and we'll probably do a KD pod at some point to talk about what the hell went wrong in his career. And obviously the Bucks are the championship contender, and without Middleton, they're perhaps in a different storyline so far. But yeah, it all of a sudden, people talked about it throughout the season, but I think it really crept up on us, and we wanted to believe other narratives. But we've almost ignored the fact that this is probably just part 2 of the dynasty, very akin to what the Bulls did in the 90s, where they took a little hiatus in the middle due to a couple of things that happened, and then they're just right back to being in the finals for 3 or 4 straight years.